Ramesh Upadhyay joining us live on this broadcast as we deep dive into this entire Malegaon fraud. Major Upadhyay, if you could answer my first question. You filed a plea in the City and Sessions Court of Greater Bombay on 1st of September 2012 seeking the narco analysis. Why was that?
Because the day we were produced, the first day that we had been produced in the court at Nasik, we volunteered for narco analysis test. And we were assured there that a copy of that narco analysis report will be given. And accordingly, permission was granted by the court. Me and Samir Kulkarni, we volunteered the first day. And Sadhu Pragya Singh Thakur also had volunteered the first day. And I gathered that every accused who was asked to go for narco analysis test, we volunteered the first time only. Because we are innocents, we are not bothered, and we wanted to cooperate with the prosecuting agency to reach to the real culprits. So we volunteered. What happened was our narco analysis test was conducted by the ATS at Bombay. After a few days, they took us again to FSL, Bangalore, and conducted another test. It simply means that in the first narco analysis test, we had been found to be innocents, and they wanted to somehow implicate us and took us to FSL Bangalore, where one doctor, Malini, conducted the test. Anyway, after that, I made pleas to get the copy of the CD and the written reports from both the agencies. Under RTI, they refused. We went to the court refused. We went to High Court. In High Court, ATS gave the plea that they are not relying. What happened was, somehow or the other, I was able to obtain the report, the written report of narco analysis, polygraph test from FSL, Kalina. That was the first test which had been conducted on myself, Samir Kulkarni, and subsequently on Sudhakar Chaturvedi. These three reports I was able to get. Once I got these reports, I filed this in the Honorable Court, Sessions Court, and I requested them to take it on record to reach to the truth, because the government was not relying upon it. Rohini Salian was the SPP. She said she had received the copy of the narco analysis reports. It is with her, and it may be filed subsequently. They had not filed till then. And she also said that they are not relying upon these narco analysis reports. Her noting is with you. It clearly says, it clearly means that we were innocents. The ATS, the prosecuting agencies knew all around that all accused who had been implicated in this case are innocents. From day one, they knew it. Still, due to political pressure or whatever pressure, I do not know, they kept us in jail for 9 years. They spoiled the whole life of all the accused. Two accused, Colonel Purohit and Sadhu Pragya Singh Thakur, of course, are rehabilitated. All other accused are suffering financially and socially. Their security is at stake. Government does not provide us security. A co-accused, Samir Kulkarni, sought security from the government. It was given to him on payment. About 7,000, 8,000 rupees per day he cannot afford. We all cannot afford. We belong from middle class families. It is not possible for us. There is a security risk of our life. Our family suffers. Financially, we suffer. Socially, we are boycotted. Politically, nobody entertains us. And everybody who talks, except, of course, Republic TV and Sudarshan TV and India TV, these three have come in our support. Rest all, when they hear our name, they shun us. And we have become a pariah for the whole system. We are seeking justice. We are telling everybody we are innocent. Everybody is innocent. Everybody who has been implicated, including Sadhu Pragya Singh Thakur and Colonel Purohit, we all are innocent. And this we knew from day one. The ATS knew it from day one. NIA is also not relying upon it, and they have not filed it in the Honorable Court so far.
Yes, Major Upadhyay, we know that you've been fighting for justice for a very, very long time. So, related to the first question, I wanted to ask you now, in this 10-page document, the RTI query, you said you wanted the narco analysis to serve as a defense. So, if you could elaborate for our viewers, what questions were asked to you?
See, we were subconscious. And I do not know what questions were asked when, at that particular time, the person on whom narco analysis test is conducted, his senses are not under his control. So I do not know what questions were asked. Only on the basis of the report, which I filed, obtained under RTI and filed in the Honorable Court, I can gather as to what all questions were asked. They asked, on the basis of those documents, I can say that they asked about my past, my social life, my political leanings, and related questions. What they asked about Malegaon blast, etc., I do not remember. It is not mentioned there in those reports.
Okay. Major Upadhyay, then, do you think that the ATS deliberately tried to bury this narco analysis report? And
yeah,
if yes, why do you think they would do that?
Because, firstly, I tell you, this is the whole hoax of saffron terror was created by them. And Hemant Karkare was acting under political pressure, and they wanted to create the bogey of saffron terror, and they wanted to implicate people like us, an army officer, a retired army officer, a sadhvi, and a few others who are simple men, and brand them as terrorists, and fabricate evidences by threatening others. When witnesses are coming to the court, they are speaking the truth. Many of them are telling that they were threatened by ATS to give certain statements. Many of them are telling that they have not given any statement to the ATS at all. And ATS was fabricating evidence. Only their officers, especially Paramveer Singh and other officers who were working at that time, they can only tell as to what was the motive behind what was the motive under which they were working to implicate us. Yes, we only know that whatever be the pressure, we are innocent, we will be innocent, and in our innocence has to be proved in the court. And that is why I wanted to use this narco reports as our defense. Apart from that, there are many other ghaplas. UAPA is not applicable upon us because sanction has not been given properly. MCOCA, for which we fought for 9 years, was not applicable upon us. Many other sections of Arms Act and Explosive Act, which had been put, was not applicable upon us. 12 of us had been arrested, and subsequently trial is being conducted only on 7 of us. NIA is aware that RDX was planted in the house of Sudhakar Chaturvedi. It has already come in their supplementary charge sheets. Like this, I can say that we all are innocents, and ATS was trying to implicate us somehow.
Major Upadhyay, after the Malegaon